Now it's about to get interesting. The first semi-final in our professional Muay Thai Grand Prix tonight, consisting of 3 3-minute rounds. Fighting out of the blue corner from Billy Badass Muay Thai, please welcome Billy COULTER.
The first of the Pro Muay Thai 70 kilogram lightweight Grand Prix here at Beach Championship 5 at Bracken Ridge Indoor Sports Center in Brisbane. I'm joined by Elliot Compton and Michael Kennedy. My name is Chong Ali. Man, I am excited. I'm excited for this match. I'm excited for this whole entire Grand Prix as we kick off the Grand Prix, the main events.
So here's the thing with this Grand Prix. The semi-finals are in boxing gloves and the finals in MMA gloves.
Is that what the rules are?
That's what I've been told.
Is that so they don't get majorly hurt?
I believe so. I think it's to minimize the cuts in the first round. So to keep it like an easier progression to the finals. You don't want to win but have like 27 stitches and not be able to compete in the next. You know what I mean? Personally, from a spectator's point of view, I would love to see all of it in 4-ounce gloves, you know. I think, yeah, I think in some ways it's a catch-22, right? So in some ways it makes it more entertaining, but it also makes it less entertaining because they're going to be a little bit more hesitant in that first fight, you know what I mean? Because they know if they get tagged, they're probably going to get cut, which means they probably won't be able to advance to the final. So I think it is smart the way that they've done it by having the boxing gloves in the first round. But I just love cage Muay Thai, so I'm biased. But either way,
make some noise, ladies and gentlemen. Billy COULTER. All right, and his opponents fighting out of the red corner from TUHU Thai Boxing, please welcome Jonathan TUHU.
The main thing that, for me anyway, is when you fight like one person in one fight, you still can't control what they do, so it's important to focus just on yourself. But when you fight potentially like 3 different people on one night, you don't know until you get to the weigh-in most times, right, when they do the draw. So you just got to focus on yourself. You got to make sure that you are prepared in every area of your game, and that you are completely confident that whether it goes to a grapple fight, whether it goes to more of a boxing style fight, that you're completely like confident, you know. I think the more you focus on your opponents, the less you're going to focus on yourself, in which case you're never going to bring your best game. But man, it's hard, bro. Like anyone that's ever fought just one fight in one night knows that after the fight, you get a mad adrenaline dump, right? So you got to try and manage that adrenaline dump and like try and control those peaks and valleys of a fight, so you can fight more than once in a night, you know? If you fight an 8-man, you got to fight 3 times in one night.
Those tough man tournaments are like, you really see somebody's character and will.
100%, man. I think a lot of people don't like the 4-man and 8-man tournaments these days because I think, to a degree, like that, like you said, that heart, that determination, and that grit of a fighter seems to get watered down a little bit these days. But I think like tournaments like this really kind of separate the boys from the men a little bit. You know what I mean? It's like, man, I'm going to fight my heart out, regardless of what happened to me last week, regardless of what happened to me half an hour ago when I just fought Jonathan TUHU or Billy COULTER. You know what I mean? Like every time you step into that ring, you have to fight your heart out, and this really shows who has the most grit and the heart, you know what I mean? It's not easy, bro. It's not easy having one fight, let alone having 2 against.
Please welcome Jonathan TUHU.
Man, this is gonna be really interesting.
Yeah, I think even just agreeing to take the fight, like I just can't stress how much respect I have for Billy COULTER just to take this tournament on short notice. Not taking one fight on short notice. He's taking a whole tournament.
For sure. And Billy's been around a while, man. You know, he's no newcomer to the sport. He's been around a while, man. He knows what's expected of him. He knows what he's signed himself up for, and he knows what he's going to do to win. Can he do it? We'll soon find out, you know. Same as Jonathan, man. Jonathan's been around. He's fought Sanjay, you know what I mean? Like, and he's got Matt McTavish in his corner from Eastside Boxing. Matt's been around a long time. He's coached a lot of people. He's fought at a high level himself, you know. This is going to be a really interesting fight, man. Jonathan TUHU's intense, man, and like we said before, he's so explosive and unpredictable. You know, oh, they're throwing the towel already.
I've changed my mind. I've heard what the commentators had to say about this tournament.
Yeah.
Billy COULTER versus Jonathan TUHU here to kick off a Pro Muay Thai 70 kilogram lightweight Grand Prix. Final instructions from the referee, both men touching gloves.
Keys to success here for Billy is to hit and move, hit and move. The downside of that, like we said, 5 days notice, has he got the fitness to keep that hit and move style? Keys to success for Jonathan TUHU is just to march forward and use that power and try and catch him with something explosive. Nice clean body shot.
Oh.
And another. Smart tactic from Jonathan TUHU, knowing that Billy COULTER's taken this fight on short notice. He's probably not as conditioned as he would normally be, just purely from not having a full training camp. Tied up against the fence here. Yep.
As we get a break from the referee.
Nice
Some
leg
pretty
kick.
explosive strikes straight
Oh,
off.
man. Oh,
I'd like to see Billy start letting those elbows fly
there we go.
early.
Just as you said it, he came down with a chopping vertical elbow.
Yeah, obviously, we can see here that Jonathan TUHU is clearly the shorter fighter. And I think if he can get a cut early, I think it'll kind of change the dynamic of the fight a little bit. Nice clean body
Great
shots
body
again from
shot
Jonathan
from
TUHU. Nice elbow again there.
Trying to fit them knees in.
Such a physical match too. I can see Billy like just driving Jonathan.
That's what concerns me for Billy. A physical fight like this when you're not fully conditioned because you haven't had a full camp. I mean, having said that, it depends what kind of shape he keeps himself in between fights, you know. But I still think even if you're a hard worker between fights, you're never as fit as you are with a full camp, you know. But having said that, some people actually perform better on short notice because they don't get time to psych themselves out. Who knows, you know?
And also, you know, the injuries that you accumulate in fight camps too, you know?
Yeah. But I mean, so far, man, he's hanging there, bro. He's putting it on.
Yeah, it is really a physical match, and I don't think we expected anything less than this.
No.
But we really get to see the cage come into play here, where the action just doesn't stop.
I think the ref could probably afford to break this clinch a little bit sooner and keep the action up.
We've got a little bit longer rounds here, 3 minutes.
Yeah.
He's chopping at that leg. I think Jonathan TUHU might be struggling with that leg a little bit. This is the sort of fight that if you're wanting to progress to the final, it's probably not the sort of fight you're ideally looking for. You're looking to try and conserve your energy and preserve your body.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd like to see Billy break off and start trying to use some elbows here.
Jonathan's keeping him nice and tight, happy to knee from the inside. Ooh, there's another from Jonathan.
Good body
Jonathan
strike.
likes that lead body rip.
He sure does. He's landing it clean, but
Yeah.
it's a little bit slappy at the moment. He's not quite nice elbows there.
That's 10 seconds.
10 seconds left in this round. Another elbow there. I think this is what's going to slow Jonathan down. It's going to stop him from wanting to march forward the way that he is. If he can keep landing those elbows, and the plus side for Billy, it doesn't take as much energy to land those clean elbows.
The first round of a professional Muay Thai Grand Prix.
Like double unders and just clinching and just like shutting everything down, putting his weight on Jonathan being the smaller guy, making him take his weight, and then pushing off and then just repeating that pattern, you know?
Absolutely.
I mean, obviously, you know, even on short notice, Billy's obviously got a strategy that he's clearly implementing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd like to see those body rips, those lead body rips that Jonathan's throwing. If he can just dig the knuckles in, like you're saying, and get it under that floating rib, I think we're going to see that a little bit more success too.
But Billy doesn't seem to be breathing too heavy, all things considered. I mean, that was a big round. And as we keep saying, 5 days notice, man, full respect to Billy, man. Like we said, that kind of step-up attitude is kind of like starting to disappear a bit in this sport.
Yeah.
Like I said, a lot of people want full camps. They want all the stars to be aligned.
Yeah.
But man, like I mean, like, as I said, fortune favors the brave in this sport, man. You know, if he wins this, he becomes top dog of this division, you know?
Yeah.
So this is when the big shows like One Championship Glory and things like that are actually going to start taking notice, you know?
Yeah. Context is everything, isn't it?
Some good leg kicks.
Yeah, I think that leg of Jonathan too is getting pretty sore.
Oh, man. Billy's really... Oof.
Nice knee on the inside there.
I'm getting sweat all over me, man.
Sorry.
Billy's got some good knees from the clinch.
Absolutely.
Really
I'd like to see
knees.
Jonathan start trying to turn the corner on that, put Billy's back against the fence and keep trying to work these knees. But I think Billy's has got that good wide base, and I don't think Jonathan's...
That is going to look really good to the judges.
Jonathan Tuhu's left leg is... You see the way he stood up then? He didn't put his weight on his leg. I think it's getting pretty sore.
Oh, man, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
He's sort of following the cage as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is starting to get a bit ginger on that leg, you're right. That was a big moment for Billy.
Yeah.
I think that psychologically...
You can see his confidence shoot through the roof when he landed that.
Yeah.
He has been sort of following the outline of the cage as well. He hasn't sort of been trying to get into the middle. He's stayed along the cage.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and the more that he beats up that lead leg, and the more he puts his weight on him and forces Jonathan to push back, it's just going to exacerbate that problem even more.
I just saw Billy look up at the clock. I don't think it's because he's tired. I think he's like, it's more game plan, you know?
Yeah.
Like that leg's gone. Nice
elbow.
elbow.
Here we go, the elbows. More cage work. I mean, Billy.
The ref should be breaking this sooner.
Yeah. Again, Billy just targeting that lead leg.
Yeah, Billy knows that leg's gone.
Oh, again.
Billy is looking favourable in the judges as that's now 2 takedown sweeps.
Absolutely. Smart to knee that thigh. Billy knows that left leg is very sore on Jonathan Tuhu, so he's just kneeing. Before he was kneeing up high on the ribs, now he's kneeing into that quad. That's a smart move from Billy Coulter. That's only going to slow Jonathan Tuhu down. We keep saying that his strength is his explosive. Sorry, I'm so distracted by this fight. His strength is his explosiveness, and the more that Billy can attack those legs, it's going to take that explosiveness away from him.
Yeah. We've seen Jonathan start to employ some elbows. They doubled up on the right elbow.
Yeah, I don't think any of them landed too clean from what I could see.
I think that might be the adjustment that he needs as Billy is really working in close.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's using that outside, that lead leg kick to chop in, and then oh man.
This is definitely Billy's fight so far.
Yeah.
I think the second round.
I mean, the only real damage we've seen in this fight is Jonathan's lead leg.
Yeah.
We haven't really seen too much else. As you can see, Billy's taking a knee straight away.
But you know, sometimes that's smart. You know, like rather than try and hide the fact that you're tired. At the end of the day, man, you just had a massive 2 rounds.
100%.
Yeah, sometimes it's worth just taking the knee because he knows that you just put it in. You like show that you're tired and like get rid of that tired energy and start the next round fresh. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think the advantage for Billy at the moment is he's got 2 rounds in the bank.
Yes.
So even if he's tired, he can sort of even he just pulls back the throttle a little bit, work a little bit, rest a little bit, work, you know, and just manage that energy, whatever he's got left. Because keeping in mind, he's got another fight coming up.
Absolutely. On the plus side for Billy, it looks like the sort of fatigue that he does have is purely just a cardio fatigue. He doesn't look like he's physically exhausted. He's struggling to keep it. He still looks pretty fresh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That left leg on Jonathan Tuhu has definitely copped a lot of damage. And looking at Jonathan Tuhu's demeanor in the corner, he doesn't look as confident and as staunch as he did at the start of round 1. He doesn't look broken, but he doesn't seem as confident as he did.
Yeah.
I think he's going to come hard now, though, and he's going to start to try and take the range away from Billy and start using those elbows.
It's starting to really get slippery on this mat too.
And it wouldn't help because of his lead leg.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to put the power to the ground when it's so slippery.
Nice clean elbow from Billy there.
Very clean.
Needs to keep scoring those knees on the inside. I think if Billy can keep landing those elbows early.
Awesome.
There we
There's
go.
an elbow
Nice.
too coming in. Yeah, I think that early work, attacking that lead leg is really starting to pay off in dividends here for Billy.
Absolutely. And Billy's smart. See how he's shutting down the grapple now? He's not playing grapple.
Yeah.
He's getting space so he can start to keep attacking that leg. Then he's going to crash and start to elbow.
Billy knows that that front leg is hurt, and that's his main priority at the moment, is to
Absolutely.
leg kick that
Nice,
leg.
clean kick.
Jeez.
Got some serious welts on the leg of Jonathan TUHU at the moment.
Yeah.
Jonathan's got some good techniques in the clinch, but he's just not executing them. You can see, like, he's coming close, but he's just not fully finishing each technique.
Oh.
Jonathan's very experienced.
Oh man, great shot to the body there by Jonathan. And
1 minute 30 to go. Make some noise, Brisbane.
Great work from both men. If Jonathan can just employ his boxing a little bit more, I think he's going to find some success.
And I think if he stopped backing up to the fence, he'd probably have more success too. He needs to start cutting some more angles.
I mean, strategically, Billy's just fought a masterful fight.
Absolutely. Jonathan's corner's telling him to let those elbows fly, so stand back. It's hard to elbow on the back foot like that, though. You know, like Billy's putting so much pressure on him that Jonathan's on his heels all the time. Very hard to then try and come forward with that elbow.
Yeah. I think there's work that Billy's doing up against the cage too.
Nice, sweet.
Is strategically and just putting his weight on him, not giving him any room, even just no room to breathe, even, you know.
Absolutely.
Covering high cover, closing the distance.
That leg's gone. You can't put weight on it.
Yeah.
30 seconds to go.
Yeah. I think Billy would be smart to just keep his range now. Don't look to elbow, don't look to punch, just keep kicking that leg. You've won the fight. It's tactical really to kind of kick back and just chill and advance to the final, you know, save your legs.
Jonathan is still going with that leg too. He's not going away easily.
He's a tough old boy, Jonathan, too. He's not going, there's no quitting in him.
Man.
Good fight.
What a fight. Oh, man. What a fight. I think tactically, Billy had he put in the work early, and I think it really helped him. I don't think there's any other way to see this fight.
Nah, I don't think so. I think Jonathan knows it too, and so does his corner.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a decision. The winner tonight by way of unanimous decision, fighting out of the blue corner, Billy COULTER.
Man, you know, like, yeah. It's exactly what you said earlier. It's like, if you're faced against a powerful fighter, what do? Like, how do you take the power away?
Hit and move, or smother it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the risk of smothering it means that you're kind of like running towards the fire almost, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to get past that point of where the power is to get inside it to be able to smother it.
Yeah.
If he's got good timing, he's got good footwork, sometimes it's hard to do. Luckily for Billy, Jonathan's footwork on the back foot.
All right, Billy now goes through to the grand final later on tonight. Give a big shout out to Jonathan too. What an awesome performance. We'll see Billy back in the cage later on tonight.